the channel. I'm Lynn and this is Hanging in the Holler. And we finally have a nice sunny day. Gonna be cool, but a nice sunny day today. And so I'm going someplace that I have never been before, but heard about a lot of times. And it's not very far from where we live. So I will show you guys this in just a moment. Got some beautiful view of the Parkway this morning. You can see all the leaves down on the ground by the road. Like I say, we've had quite a bit of rain the last couple of days, and so, but we still got some color. Some of the trees are starting to go bare, but still beautiful to look at them with the sun shining on them. Absolutely beautiful today. Lovely. So I pulled over at this overlook. It's the first one you come to if you get on the Parkway off of Piper's Gap. And you're looking at the Piedmont. There's such a glare by the sun. I don't know if you can see that or not, but absolutely beautiful. But it is way up here. It's windy up here and it is cold. Blew my hair up. And there were some folks who just pulled in not long after I did, and they were talking. They knew English, or at least one did, because I said good morning and the other one said good morning. But they were, I don't know, German, Swedish, I'm not sure. But their language was beautiful. Okay, so I had to stop at the second overlook. This is Mount Airy Granite. And they call it Granite Quarry Overlook. Beautiful today. And right back there is Pilot Mountain. Beautiful. And it has an elevation of over 3,000 feet. So we will eventually get to where we're going, I promise. But it's so pretty. Such a nice day. Couldn't pass it up. Beautiful. Interesting. Okay, so we have made it. We are at Devil's Den Nature Preserve. This is in Fancy Gap, Virginia. And Interstate 77 is just back over that way. Well, that way. And you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera because the wind's blowing so much. But you can hear the traffic on the interstate. That's how close it is. Let me show you this, you guys. It says, be alert for bears. So this is free. Parking is free. You can see they have a donate here option. That's their parking area. They have a covered shelter picnic area that you can reserve. Apparently people's had some walking sticks. This is family friendly. The trail though is supposed to be moderate to strenuous, so, and it's open until the 31st. Goodsburg Trail is this way. It is windy. And then over here we have a cemetery. I might try to look in there. They actually encourage that as part of the experience of coming to the nature preserve. I think this is the Morris family cemetery. That's that stone we seen at the beginning there. So, I guess we're gonna go this way. Like I say, I've never been here. I'd wanted to come over here and check this place out for a while now. Because I first learned about Devil's Den a couple years ago. But I thought it was in Grayson County. So when I started researching it, I found out no, it's in Carroll County. It's in Fancy Gap and like 20 minutes from my house. So I was like, why not? And I've been waiting for some decent weather. And it's windy up here. It wasn't windy at the house, but it's windy up here. But it's sunny, so maybe we'll see what we can do. And I'm guessing we go around here. I think this is the trail. Looks like it. So, let's see how far we can go. We got some cell phone towers and such. There's a house down there. I don't know if that's like a rentable cabin or what. See that puddle there? You can tell it's been raining for days. I had to put my hood up. Yeah, maybe the wind will die down. I doubt it, but maybe it will. Okay, so just to clarify for you, this is all like hayfield. So the trail is actually this grassy area. I thought we were walking on the road, but we're not. So they have these markers, and it shows you we're going to go that way, and if you're coming from that way, you're going to go this way. So that's where you're coming, not the hayfield. So follow the grass, not the road. Wow, y'all, check this out. Oh, and this must be the chimes they were talking about. Okay. So you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb, but you can't hardly read those. This number's too good. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So 115566. Four, 4, 3. Well, that was fun. Oh my gosh, what a view. Wow. You can see, I don't know if you see it. My breath is that cold up here. Oh gosh. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. I did not expect this. This is so nice. There's Powder Mountain again. These mountains. you got this amazingly high bench you can sit on. Oh, if you can get up on it. Nice. Okay. So the trail goes up this way. And I'll tell you honestly, I did not anticipate or expect it to be this windy or this cold up here. So I don't know if this trail goes directly into the woods or what exactly. I'm not sure. So, oh, here's another thing. Let's go check this out. Another little side path. If it goes into the forest lawn, I'll see if it gets any warmer, if it blocks the wind, and try to keep going. If it doesn't, I may have to try to do this a different day in the spring when it opens back up. Oh yeah, that's nice. Got some little benches here. You got somewhat of view. I mean, got some brush and trees obscuring it, but still quite lovely. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. But yeah, it is. I'd say it's probably, with the wind chill, I'd say it's definitely probably in the 20s. I mean, really, it's that cold. My hands are like freezing. I keep them in my pockets as much as possible. Big tower. Yeah, so that's looking back. There's the cemetery. So we're gonna just go a little further, see what we find. So we got 2 picnic tables here. And looks like this is where the trail does go into the woods. There's that same warning as what was posted on the information board at the entrance. We'll see how far we go. Like I say, it's cold, so we'll see. Maybe the wind will be blocked in this wooded area by the trees, but I don't know. That's showing you picnic shelter again. Trail this way. It's pretty though. Hopefully we don't see any kind of large animals. These leaves are wet though. This could be quite slippery if he wasn't careful. What's that? Instead of just stepping off the trail a little bit. Like a ravine of some kind, I guess. A big old dip here. I wonder if there used to be a stream here or some other situation. Anyway, back on the trail. So the trail goes downwards. Makes a decline, so I wonder if that's what makes it strenuous, is because you got to come back up. I don't know. A lot of down trees and things. I don't know. It's even going to be accessible through here. Goodness. Wonder if this is recent or what? Who knows? Make some great firewood. It is blocking the wind quite a bit, so that helps. the way those leaves and trees are blowing up there, I don't know. May not be the safest thing to be out here in case limbs fall or something like that. But I can't help myself. I do want to go a little bit further. Like I say, up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is where this is at, it's a whole different experience. It's totally different weather and environment than it is just 10 minutes down the road. Because of its high elevation, you know, you don't really know what you're going to get until you get here. So but it is lovely. And I don't know if it's just because I'm out here by myself and there's like nobody else around, or the fact that it's so secluded back in here. But as I've been walking, I keep having this urge to look over my shoulder and make sure nobody's following me. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's because it's almost Halloween. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's just strange. I keep hearing stuff. I don't know. Like I say, between the road noise of the interstate and the winds, I think it's just playing tricks on me. So this goes down, on, down, down, down. So it's lovely though. Yeah, it would be difficult, I think, coming back up. I'm not sure how long this is. I'll have to look. I think it was like 1.5 miles maybe, loop. I'm not totally sure. But so far, I mean, it's very doable. Definitely not handicap accessible, I would say. I think the biggest issue is these wet leaves, so. But the trees have definitely blocked a lot of the wind, so I'm much warmer than I was. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to cut the camera off and go a little further. If I see anything of interest, I'll definitely show you guys. But I'm going to cut it off so I can focus on this trail and not falling down. I'll see you again in a minute. Okay, so we've got another marker. And saying we need to go this way. And I just come down from there. So I can see that we're getting more to like the rim or the edge of the mountain. So maybe we're getting closer to Devil's Den, maybe. That's a big tree. Wow. Whoa. Okay. We got some sunshine again shining on us. That's nice. There's so many down trees. Oh no. Hope that isn't blocking. I don't think it is. I mind these big rocks. Whoa, yeah. That's gnarly. Okay. So again, I think I will cut the camera off so I can focus on getting through here. Oh, but before I do that, check out this view. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that's what I came for. This isn't Devil's Den per se, but these views, look at that. How gorgeous. bit better. Wow. There's Pilot Mountain again. Everywhere you are on this side, that's going to be a view that you're definitely going to have is Pilot Mountain. I guess facing south. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Alright. We must carry on. So there was another marker back up there. And I got down here, showed me another marker to go this way. And I see these stairs, so these steps, I assume at one point, because they got it boarded off now, but I guess at one point you could take the steps and get down there. But now you take this trail. I don't know. If you've been here before, back when this was in operation, this set of stairs, this pathway, let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know if that's what that was for, or if that goes elsewhere, or what. I don't know. But this is really going down. And with these wet leaves, I don't know. I may not be able to continue much further because, again, these leaves are wet. And there's a lot of them. And there's the wind again. And oddly enough, right before I got to that other point, the marker, the wind just stopped. Like completely, and it was dead solid. So I don't know. Now the wind's picked up again, so strange weather pattern maybe. We'll say that. I don't know. But this cave is supposed to be like 600 years old, and supposedly it's unstable. So no marker. So you can't go like into it or right up to it anymore. But hopefully we can get a decent view of it. We'll find out, I guess, hopefully. And it is 1.5 miles, and it is a loop. So I guess we go all the way down and have to come all the way back up. Okay, so there was another marker back down the hill there. And it's saying we go back up the hill. So, I don't know. Maybe we're close. I didn't really take into account how long it would take me with the weather conditions and the wet leaves and everything like that. So, kind of starting to get in a crunch for time, but hopefully we're not too far from it. And you can see this is what the path looks like. Roots and rocks. Yes, I know. I need more appropriate hiking gear. Keeps going up. Okay. More fallen trees. Okay. Yeah. So you can get a good idea of how strenuous this trail is now. Definitely not for handicapped people with joint problems. Small children probably would not be good on this trail. To give you some idea. Okay. Camera going off again. I wonder if we're getting closer, because I'm starting to see some large rock formations. don't see no Bigfoot though. That's good. Going uphill again. There's a lot of incline in this trail. Alright, so we reached another destination point, I guess. So 1.2 miles back that way to get where we're going, or back to where we began. I don't know if that's 0.1, I think it's 0.1 mile to the cave that direction, and the loop is 0.3 that way. So we'll go to the cave and I guess figure out which way we're going back home. Yep. Got another marker right here. So we should be coming up on it pretty soon. Looks like there's some more seating areas here. I imagine this would be a wonderful hike in the springtime. Probably wouldn't want to do this in the summer. Eagle Scout project. Huh. It's been defaced. Alright. And here's another sign. Oh, what's this? Let's check it out. I'm sure this is just a stop along the way, you know what I mean, to check some things out. Oh yeah, nice viewpoint, I think. Wow. Yeah. Ooh. It just kind of goes over there. That makes me a little nervous. It's pretty far. I wonder if that's the den right there. I guess we need to follow on the path and find out. But yeah, you're pretty high up right here. Okay, let's get back to a little lower level, shall we? That made me woozy. I don't have a problem with heights necessarily, as long as there's like a guardrail or fence, something of structural type that separates me from the edge. But when it's wide open like that, that makes me a wee bit nervous. Okay, what's this say? I think that's been graffitied. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know. Anyway, this is the way we're going, regardless. Okay, there's roots and rocks again, so I'm going to cut the camera off until I get where we're going, and then we'll turn it back on again. Okay. So I think we're here. It's showing the trail. And then there's this warning: do not attempt to enter cave. Permission required. The cave is unstable. So I guess if you wanted to get permission, you would have to email them at that address and hope they say yes. Okay. Yeah, I think that was what we were looking at when we were on top. Okay. A big wet looking rock here, so let me turn it off for a second. Okay, so this here is not the cave, but I just wanted to show you guys what this was looking like. All through here, there's a lot of crevices and things where things could hide, and I'm sure animal habitats. So you would want to be on your guard. Okay. Here's another seating area, because I think we're pretty much where we're going to be. Yeah. Okay, another warning sign. So, is this it? Kind of confused at what I'm looking at here. And another sign, do not attempt the steep descent to the cave. So is that the cave? It must be. So I wonder if we're not allowed to do the descent. Oh, yeah, okay. It's down in there. I think that I can at least go around, I think, just not go into it. So let me try that. Yeah, so it's back in there. And you're not allowed to go in there. I guess because of all these things, these giant boulders. Let's see. I wonder if this should be all opened up, maybe. If you've been out here before it was off limits, and can put it in the comments, let me know, because I'd love to know if this used to be open here, or if this has always been this way, or what the scenario is. Okay, so I can come this way. I can at least see, but I can't go down in there. Ooh, spooky. Wow. Yeah, I think we were standing right up there. I was hearing something. I think it was acorns falling. See the water dripping off the rock edge. It would be awesome to get down in there. But like I say, I'm not gonna break those rules. And being by myself, especially if something happened, I would probably be stuck. It's very neat. I wonder how far back in the mountain it goes. Or how far down it goes. Wow. Help me. Ooh. Yep. God sure has made some amazing things. Okay. See the water dripping back there too. I imagine during a heavy storm, this place is probably running with water. You can see, I don't know if you can tell it, but back there it's wet. So I'm sure it runs off here like a waterfall. Okay. Well, there's Devil's Den. We can now say we have been to Devil's Den. And technically, you can too. Okay, so now the journey begins to go back up. So I think I'm going to take the loop. Oh, check out this tree. Oh, how pretty. This camera is not doing that tree justice. It is red as can be. And with the sunlight on it, it looks like it's on fire. That's pretty. That's pretty. Okay. So I think I am going to take the loop back. Hopefully it's shorter and maybe not as strenuous. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'll show you a little bit of that on the way so you get a good idea of what that's like if you do come out here, of which direction you might want to take. So let's begin. I saw because I was hearing deer snorting. I can hear it. It's just ahead. I can't see it, but I definitely heard it. I heard it. Oh man, I may have scared it away. That snort might have been to scare me away. I don't know. looking for him. But I'm not seeing him. Sounded like it's pretty close. Yep. Yeah, I don't see him. Okay. So I just reached the top part where the last descent is. I haven't made it to the loop yet, but we're almost there. And you'll notice I unzipped my coat. It's starting to get a little warm. Oh, they just cut a step out of this fallen log. Wow. And it works well. And there's a lot of these little things along the way. Call it the ABC trail for kids, so they can find animals and different things along the trail that start with the letters. And I guess this is for W, woodchucks, worms, and weasels. I haven't seen any of those. So, well, I've seen webs. Webs is down there. I've seen webs. So, this is how the loop section looks so far. It looks like it's going to be straight up. But my first impression is that it's going to be probably a whole lot easier to trek than the other section, but we'll find out. But that gives you an idea thus far. And here is T for toads, turkeys, and box turtle. Huh. Wonder what happened to U and V. I'm beginning to think these aren't in order, because here's R for raccoon, rabbit, and rattlesnake. Ooh, guess that's a plus for coming in the cold. And then here's O for river otters, opossums, and an L. And so far, again, I'd say I'm probably about halfway, since this is supposed to be like 0.3 of a mile. And it's not been bad at all. In fact, one would probably rather come this direction to go down to Devil's Den rather than go the way I did. If that's possible. I don't know. I guess it is. We'll find out when we get up here. But there's another bench up there. There's a couple benches back behind me down the way. So there's places to sit. And you do get a good view back through the trees here of the sun and the mountains over there and over there. And I actually hear birds singing. I hadn't heard the birds the whole time hardly since I've been on this trail. So that's nice. Yeah, this is a whole lot easier to walk. I mean, you got like stuff like this, a big old root to step up on. But it's a whole lot easier. There's a squirrel there and a deer back there. Let's see. Where'd it go? I think it went in that hole. And the deer is back out in there. I just saw the back end of it. Yeah, look at these mountains. So you definitely won't see this in the summer when the leaves are on, that's for sure. Mr. Squirrel went right in that hole. You can still hear the interstate. we're just right about at the top. Yeah, this is way easier than the other way. Moths. And it appears there's a QR code if you want to scan that. And I'm sure that tells more about their ABC trail program and everything like that. Nice. Okay. It looks like there is a opening up there, so I bet that's where it comes back out, maybe to the field. So I will show you guys that when we get there. Birdie. Here we have C, coyotes, copperheads, chipmunks. And just as I suspected, this comes out at the fence line around the cemetery. Oh, check out that buck. Oh, he was a nice one. I don't think I got much of him. He went too fast. Maybe he's up there, but I don't think there's any more in here. Yeah, he was a nice one. But yeah, so if you come here, and there's B for black bear, little brown bats, and beavers. But yeah, 0.43 mile to the cave. And I went the long way. Well, long way or not, I did it. So that way still is not really handicap accessible by any means, but much more doable than the other side of it. So if you do come, you may want to come this way. And like I say, you're going to come up here to the top of the cemetery. There's a picnic table right here. This is all mowed, and I'm sure they keep it mowed year round when it's season for the park, because this is only open either March through end of October or April, I think, through the end of October. So yeah, but overall, I really enjoyed it. It was strenuous. I wish I'd known I could go that way. I didn't know that. But here's a picnic table, and there's the cemetery, the Morris family cemetery behind me. So yeah, nice walk. I wish we could see that buck again. I have to go back and look at the footage and see. I don't know if he was a 6-pointer, 8-pointer, but he was quite nice. But anyway, I can breathe again. The wind has died down. Nice. But thank you all so much for watching and taking this hike with me. I hope you really enjoyed it. Like I say, I did. I love being out in nature and seeing all that. And it was just, aside from the wind, it was a great day to do it. And like I say, you were protected pretty good by the wind, or from the wind, within the wood side on the mountainside there. So very nice. So I would definitely recommend you come do this hike. But if you do and you're not used to hiking, or you're in a position physically where you can't do very much, start on this end. If you are a seasoned hiker and you love a challenge, go this way and start on that end. Out there though, on that end, where I actually went, is where the lookout was, and the musical chimes and all that. So that's where you'll want to go to see it. But you can go see that and not really start the trail on that end and just come back and start here if you wanted to. So I'm going to go get myself back to town and get some things taken care of today. Well, we still got such a wonderful day. I got to get some more Halloween things for trick-or-treat for Garrett to finish his costume. That's going to be a surprise of what he's going to be. I will share that with you guys on Halloween. But, yeah, so, good day. In between parking and walking and going through, I've gone almost 2 miles by my watch, and I forgot to even clock my time until I was already so far on the trail. So, if you start from the parking lot and go the way I did and come all the way around, you're easy gonna go over 2 miles for sure. I'd say probably close to 3 perhaps. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Click subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that, and thank you all for being a part of my channel and part of my life and my family's life. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. So this is actually, as you enter here, I didn't catch this when I came in. This is on the back side. I want this property used for cultural and intellectual purposes, to be a place where people may gather for purposes of rest, to think, to read, to walk, to run, to study, to meet and talk, to learn, to sing, to dance, to demonstrate talent, primarily art. And I think on the opposite side is the image of Devil's Den. There's a bit of a glare, but you guys can see that, hopefully. Quite awesome. Okay, and Devil's Den is located on Cemetery Road off Old Appalachian Trail, and that runs right off the Blue Ridge Parkway in Fancy Gap. You can look them up online, and you can learn all about their programs, the ABC Trail, the time that the park is actually open. When I say park, it's the nature preserve, so there's no like park amenities like you see. There's no guest house or welcome center or nothing like that, but definitely worth checking out. And Old Appalachian Trail crosses right over Interstate 77, and you can see it's more busy, I think, southbound than northbound today. So I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.